Can you back it in there again, no problem at all?
Oh yeah.
Piece of piss? Piece of piss?
Well, knock on wood, I haven't fallen off the ramp yet.
He hasn't fallen off the ramps yet. There's an old saying like that. Why falling off the wagon yet? And Lindsay's gonna try not to fall off the ramps. Wow, they started good, eh? I'm gonna get it right here. Is that the best part? I'm trying to keep that on the truck. What year is this?
38. Pretty amazing on the Survivor and the interior, and the dash and everything, and the.
This is for somebody that wants something original.
Yeah.
Is it not? It's for somebody that wants something that's, you know, not.
I mean, there's one guy wanted to put a V8 or put a Chevy motor in it, right? It's like, well, whatever.
Well, if somebody buys it from you, they can do whatever they want.
Exactly.
But come on now, you got a flathead in it. It looks the way it looks.
Wouldn't be bad right now, like touch up the fin, maybe paint them black or something, right?
It looks period correct, you know what I mean? Looks like someone pulled out of the barn in 1938. You know, sounds good. It's got a V8 in it.
Radio even works.
Does it?
Yeah.
What's it come on? Hank Williams or?
Yeah, I think so. It's pre-programmed. Takes a while. It's all tube radio.
Yeah.
So you got to turn it off for about 5 minutes to the tubes warm up.
The whole thing's running good, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it runs good, man.
Yeah, that's the neat thing about Flathead.
Lindsay's going to sell this car. You want something that looks period correct, something you don't have to work on, you just want to drive around town, and or drive around your farm, or drive around your, I don't know, whatever. This would be the car to do it in.
Check out the seats that I donated.
I would say that's the original interior.
Oh yeah, it is, eh?
I would say it's original interior and all. Got the banjo steering wheel. I like the shifter knob. Got V8 right on it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think the different years they'd have like different colors of plastic or bakelite, whatever the switches were and everything. So this year was like 1 or 2 years only. They had these colors with everything, like right down to the levers.
Yeah.
Like well, usually they're chrome, but they're brown in this one.
Yeah. It would be a good vehicle for, you know, even for advertisement. You know.
Well, you can drive this.
Well, yeah, I never realized that, but advertisement on the side of the door, like perfect. Especially if you were a local fruit stand or a, you know, a restaurant or anything like that.
Jump in these cars in New York City and drive all the way out to LA.
Yeah. I see the value in it just being an advertising piece.
Yeah.
The thing on the side of the door and be able to run it and drive it. And the way it looks to me, it kind of gives it more meat than something restored with perfect paint on it, you know? Perfect paint on it, you wouldn't want to touch it. This one you can get in and drive it, put your emblem on, or put your name on the side of the door.
It was painted 50. Wow, it was painted like 51 years ago.
Well, that tells you what shape it's in. If it was painted 51 years ago. And it's a two-door.
A Tudor.
It's a Tudor. It's got dual exhaust running at the back. At least it's in the trunk, Lindsay. It wasn't in the front seat.
Yeah. Spare tires on it, but there's like a tool tray down inside here where that's where the tools would have been piled. That's where they usually roll right out.
I like your dual exhaust running on. Patina. If you like patina, this is the 38 Ford for you. Same as the bike. That's the reason why I like the 62 so much, you know what I mean? It's got the right patina on it.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to say pantina no more. That's hair stuff. It's patina. that's why I like the 62. It's got the patina on like this one. Awesome.
Got the hubcaps inside for it.
What's the reason for selling it? You want to do something else?
Well, working 36.
Gotcha. You want to follow us to the jamboree?
What?
Get that flag, get that car, go down and race it. We'd have fun.
I've been told to try to do one car really well instead of doing a whole bunch of cars. But then I want to do a truck too. I'm gonna park here.
I do as many trips as you, how many cars you want to.
Storage, that's the thing that sucks.
Gotcha.
It's wide.
Got the right plate on it.
You need good
I like the
storage.
chrome around the window.
You can't get those tire things. They're pretty cool. They're a little skinny radius.
Yeah. So much fun to get a greater thing. Very good. Yeah. Sweet guys. You have people all over the world trying to get hold of the Indians in this car. You know. All over the world trying to get hold of it. Well, I love that stuff, man. If they don't, I do. I just haven't got the money to buy one. What's his name? Sold his, eh? Chris.
Sold his car?
Is Indian.
Oh, he did?
He did, but he sent him the money, cash, sent him a check and said, I want it. And Chris said, well, I can't get it. You can't come get it because COVID's on. You can't come get it. He said, I don't care. He said, I want to pay you so I know it's my bike. And Chris says, well, you haven't got the papers to it. It's still my bike, you know. He said, well, I'm going to give you the money. I don't care. He said, I want the bike. So Chris
Did he sell the white one?
Yep.
Wow.
Got it, all the money he wanted.
Yeah, 25 US.
No, I think it was, well, that's in US, I think it was close to 40.
Wow.
Close to 40.
I remember when that bike came up for sale in Florida. It had, and then Chris got it. It had 6,000 original miles on it. And I went up there to help them get it going. We had to put it on the rollers. The race bike rollers just fired up. And the magneto was so finicky in that you just couldn't kick it over. You couldn't kick it fast enough to start it.
Yeah.
And once it got warmed up, I could start it, but Chris could never get it started, being like 70-some years old at the time, right? And then he put that electric start on. That solved all the problems with starting it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he sold it.
Yeah.
He was down and cleaned the dash at about 47 that I got.
Yeah.
With the flathead in it. He was down and cleaned the dash and the instruments and stuff. And what do you want for that? I said, no, man, you want to dig them out, go for it. Right? So he went for it.
Wow, he got big bucks out of that bike.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, but he never, I don't think Buddy talked him down or anything. He had the price on it. I think it was close to 40 right around there. I can't say whether it was or wasn't, but he had the price on it. Buddy bought it and that was the end of it.
I sold my Chief for 24,000. 16. I sold it one
How many years ago?
5 now.
5 years ago. And that went to
Japan.
Japan. So how much you can have that? Well, that was this is an Indian and
That's a Harley.
that's a Harley. Okay, that's a Harley.
Yeah. Did you walk in and take a picture of the Indian?
That was up on the stand for a long time, was it not? Sprockets on the opposite side. Is the Harley, eh? On the Indian, the back sprockets on the opposite side.
Yes. But on the Indian, the throttle's on the left, the shifter's on the right, the clutch works backwards, everything works backwards to a Harley.
Okay.
I built that 30 years ago now almost. Yeah, 25 years ago I built that Indian. That's kind of my pride and joy, that one.
Yeah, I remember you used to ride that black one around a lot, and that's the one you sold Japan.
Can't keep them all.
There you go, Lindsay. There you go. What's that one over there, the black one?
The 79 Harley.
I don't know.
Now Eli painted the 79 Harley.
Okay.
Hot, powder coated, something that's like paint. And he just finished off painting. It was wild how well it matched the powder coating, the paint that he did.
Yeah.
He did the fenders and the tank.
What's this one?
Just Honda.
I like Hondas. What year Honda?
79 maybe? 82, I don't know, somewhere in there. And that's just for the Sprinter van.
Okay. Never seen a wheel like that. Let's go and look at some of your other stuff over here. Are you cutting all the roof and all
Yep.
Okay. What do you mean not much to see? You get the 36 out.
Yeah. It's got to go back in for winter.
Yeah, that's nice. Want to trade?
That one's gonna be fun.
You want to trade?
But I seen Buddy's 3-window in the background there in the video.
In John's?
Yeah. Was that a couple days ago?
No, that was probably a while ago.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
The videos kind of pop up
Yeah,
randomly.
they do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to have a 3-window.
You know something, to be honest with you? I kind of like the 5-window better when they're chopped than the 3-window.
Yeah.
I do. I like the chopped 5. I don't know why, but I like the chopped 5-window better than the...
Talking with Eli, says you got to be real careful when you chop a 5-window, otherwise they just don't look right. It's got to be done right. I forget how he was saying to do it. I think to shorten it and bring the roof forward, like to add piece here in the sail plan here.
I've got the magic way how to do it. I did it on the Tudor. I'll show you what I did. The magic way. This is the magic way. Cut that off.
Yeah.
Cut this off and go right around this line. This line. No, where's the line? This line right here. Cut off here. When this line right here on this line.
Yeah.
Then when you pull the roof and cut this post out of here, then you just slide this back into this and
Yeah.
slide it right back on there again, so you don't change anything.
Yeah.
And then you just figure this post out after, and that post moves up. It just you don't have to cut the roof at all. I didn't cut the roof. Laid my windshield down a little bit,
Yeah.
and then didn't cut the roof at all.
Yeah.
Just slid it down to the side and weld it back up again.
Yeah.
And this piece here, where this comes together, when it comes together, yours is a little different than what I had to do, but it kind of matches back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Kind of neat how they did the rain gutters in the old days, eh? They look custom. I mean, that's what custom stuff is done like, right?
Yeah, exactly.
As opposed to like a-
smoothed off
Yeah.
instead of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I like that.
But I want to make a pickup with either this one or that one down there.
So you've got the engine all done with that one?
Yeah, I got a couple of ready to
Okay.
go with that.
Yeah, but you said you wanted to use something smaller or shorter?
Yeah, I'm going to use a different one. One of the pickups, I was thinking, like, I've got a 283. I wouldn't mind just doing a 283 and an automatic transmission, but keep it all the original type suspension, like to do a pickup type thing with the car front end.
Makes it easier.
Yeah.
You got stuff moved around a little bit. You've been working.
Oh yeah, cleaning up a bit.
You've been
Right?
working.
I got enough firewood in.
I haven't got my firewood done yet. I have to start chucking firewood. I have to do that.
About 6 cords sitting there, so.
You got this. Yeah, that was this way.
Yeah, I turned the sea container, and I'm going to hide the sea container behind the building here.
Okay.
And that's just going to be a motorcycle storage shed. Kind of like the idea Chris has up there, that big one he has.
Well, I'll put to you this way. There's nothing come down through that roof.
No,
Holy.
that's built as heavy as my house is built.
Well, I would imagine you'll be able to. You have nothing in the center, will you?
No, oh no.
Wide open.
No, it should be all freestanding.
Wow.
It's going to have a big door to get that sidecar and Harley through it, so it's going to be a big wide door
And a ramp.
and a ramp.
Awesome. You say you got enough parts to build a truck now?
Well, probably almost 2 actually.
The old car okay running?
Yeah, it'll warm up a bit, but it stays good. Actually, I probably should turn it off.
That tells how good it is sitting there idling. You can go and get your groceries, leave her idling, come back, and she'll still be there. It's quite a car there, eh? Mm-hmm. Quite a car. Lindsay, you ever need a hand sometime? If you need a hand sometime, put something together real quick. I could help give you a hand or two.
Well, I should get rid of all my extra junk and give it to you.
Well, you don't have to give
like,
it to me. I'll give you something to put in place.
Well,
of
no,
it.
we'll do it. We should do a box or something.
A box lot.
You know, to build a box for a pickup, right? A simple box.
You want a box for a pickup? I put it together
I
pretty
mean,
quick.
I got pieces of a box here I could make up, but I want to make one
Look like it's original.
kind of close to
Patina?
original.
Well, we got that one up there. I have.
Well, I got a box that's got lots of patina in it, right? But the thing we were talking about, like building one and using like the 1-inch square tubing on the top rail and build like a 1930s truck box. The only thing I'd like to find would be like an original tailgate to go with it, type thing. You know, build the box sides.
Did we have a tailgate up there? I don't know. I think I might have a tailgate up there.
Well, they got wider as they went on to the 40s. I think they became 4 foot wide. Before that, they're only like 46 inches wide.
Okay.
Before days of sheets of plywood. But I mean, I've got a whole bunch of extra 36 sedan fenders. So fenders like this would make a great
That doesn't fit on your. That doesn't fit on your 5 window.
No,
Doesn't fit on that.
no, because this is a sedan.
Okay.
Sedans were straight back on the sides, and coupes had a curve to them. And there's one extra bolt pattern on it. There's one less bolt, right?
Okay.
To look at them, it's hard to tell just to glance at one. But
I've got a set of fiberglass ones at home for the 40, and they're nice.
But hold that there and look at that. See how that tapers in there?
Yeah.
Watch this. They will not interchange. You could chop them up and make them interchange. I don't know if you can actually even hardly see it. So
I got the. You have to turn that thing around. You've got the back.
oh,
You've got the back.
so there you can see it right there. See that distance right there?
Yeah.
And it's another inch or two. So the coupes curve back, almost like a boat tail type thing, where the sedans went straight down with the.
You could add a piece there.
Oh yeah, you can make these work, but there's even a different number of bolt holes. Even the bolt holes I don't think line up properly.
That's shit.
But they're close.
Yeah.
But these would make some nice truck fenders. I got a bunch of these. Because you can always find the old sedan fenders, but the coupe
Why
fenders.
haven't I known that?
You can never ever find a coupe fender. So don't chop up coupe fenders, restore them.
Well, I haven't got any good fenders that I'm willing to chop up.
But what's neat here, I mean, obviously this is a fiberglass fender, but run your finger underneath it.
I know, that felt good. You would never know.
I know. Like every once in a while I go to a car show, I'll stick my finger underneath the wheel well just to see if it's a fiberglass fender.
Yeah.
Well, if you did that to a car, you'd be like, oh, it's a steel fender.
Yeah. This is, if you felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty high quality
Why
fender.
would you not use that?
Oh, I am. This is going on this car.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, I would use that.
I got a gallon of black lacquer paint, old-fashioned lacquer.
Okay.
They use them for like repairing guitars and that type of stuff, right?
Do you have this piece?
I do, but I don't think I'll use it.
I don't mind. I like. It's up to you, but I don't mind the spare tire on the back. I don't
Yeah.
mind that whatsoever. I kind of like the look of it. Someday I'll have a car with one on the back.
Yeah,
No, that's nice. Very nice.
I got to fabricate the drip tray here for the back window. Like
Yes.
it winds up and down, so I got to get all the mechanism for that. Someone cut it off. And it's really neat because that came down as a tray and it ran over the side, the tray, and then there was a hose down outside because these old windows would never seal properly. So water would run in, go down the tray, and then down the drip hoses outside the body.
You're not going to hold yourself up because you need that, though, are you?
No.
You'd put a window in it and go with it, wouldn't you?
No, I'd just drive without a window.
Okay, well, there you go. You're faster than I am. Then.
Put the front window in and be call it good, right?
Yeah. Like I said, you want to put something together, let me know. I can, we can do whatever.
We'll have to figure out something, like maybe make a project, like make a truck box.
I go for it with you. I get to do a little trading with you.
Yeah. I got lots of extra stuff kicking around.
All the 36 stuff I have got, it's kind of like it's rough. Like it's rough, but I'm just making stuff.
Everything in Canada for 36 is going to be rough, right?
Yeah.
It's funny. This was a California body.
Well, it's not funny. It's beautiful. Nice, beautiful.
You know, it's there's certain parts of this car it's just unbelievable. You go underneath it, and it still has the wooden ribs on the floor. The oak ribs, I think they were oak or maple.
Yes.
And still solid as solid. The wood that's underneath it.
Okay.
I've got all the wood for the insert. I think I've got everything for this pretty much, right?
How long would it take you to throw it together? A little bit. See, you can see. Come look at this.
I want to get the rotisserie off.
I'm doing a little race car, a little flathead race car right now. And I was talking about how to make a floor and stuff. You can see on the B pillar how they've got it. That little piece comes out and sits on the floor. Exactly what we did. It looks different. Yes, it does. But it's the exact same thing. Now, if you took that piece and moved it up 6 inches, and moved this one over here 6 inches, and moved these ones up, then you could channel that car. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Basically, the same thing what I did.
And I replaced the two pieces up front there. You did
Yeah.
the beads for me, I think.
I'm not sure.
I think we did the beads up to your place for those.
I'm not sure.
Instead of cutting the whole floor out, I just
Yeah.
replaced what was gone there. There wasn't
Yeah.
much gone. I mean, the rest of it's all original.
No, man, I could zoom that up pretty quick.
So this is all like this is all 37 steering wheel. Everything changes each year a little bit, right? So that's a 37 steering wheel. Super cool original old Brody knob, eh? Those on the
Okay.
steering wheel.
No, this is up my alley. I like this stuff. Awesome. Got another little flathead there, a couple heads sitting there. They're not aluminum, I bet you.
No.
Is that the box you're thinking about right there?
This is a later box from the 40s, maybe even 50s, so they're wider and longer, which I could chop up and shorten.
So I've got the box you like, or do I not?
I don't know. I think your
Don't know,
box
he
is
says.
probably 40s as well. So the
46
or something,
yes,
right?
46, 47.
This might be 50s or something
Okay.
because it has big square fenders on it.
Yeah.
But they're longer. I mean, you can make them shorter easy enough, and it's wider than what would originally been on there.
See, there's the hammer. Hammer, would you? Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, don't force.
We needed that out at Jim's place, putting that dry shaft together.
Don't force it. Get a bigger hammer.
That's right. That's what we were doing the other day. Don't force it. Get a bigger hammer. What have you got sitting over there in the lawn? Is that a 36 frame?
Yes,
Is it any good?
and repairable.
Okay.
My best 36 frame's probably underneath this.
Okay. I see it. Hard to find.
Here's pretty wild. Here's the gas tank that came out of this 36,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that some shape?
Oh, that's the one you got from me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. They're almost the same. They just changed the way they put the fuel spigots in. Like when you look at the listings, it's like they list all the tanks like 1 year tank. That, you know, every tank's like for 1 year, but all they did was silly little things like just change the spigot a bit on the angle.
You can bend that, cut
Yeah.
that, and just put it over and weld that. There's nothing to that. There's a
But before the snow
nice
flies,
piece
you
you
need
need
to
for
get
a
back
front
in.
window. Huh? For snow flies.
Like the front end's all done on this one, right?
See that?
Front end's all ready. Hydraulic brakes,
Yeah.
brake lines, everything. The old lever shocks.
We haven't got no brakes yet. We haven't got no shocks yet. I don't know if we're gonna. No, we're not gonna run that stuff. We're not gonna run shocks. Wait. Is what I'm thinking. Wait.
The rear end's all done in this and everything. The drivetrain, the whole drivetrain's done. I gotta get the body off and put it on that old rotisserie that I built years ago. And then I can work on the body and paint it and paint the frame.
Gotcha. What's all this stuff? Motorbike stuff?
Volvo.
Huh?
All Volvo.
Volvo. I had a Volvo once. I'd like to have another one. It's just.
This is my scrap aluminum valve. I just need to well, I hate to throw that away in case some guy with a Volvo wants it.
Gotcha. Let's go and take a look at this truck here for a second. What year is this truck?
38 cab, and it's a 38 car standard front end. That's kind of the front end I like to use.
That's the front end that they used on the SoCal plating truck, is it not?
I think so, something similar to
Something
30s.
similar to that. Yeah, you've had to do a bit of work to move some stuff around here. You didn't put the big dent in the cab, did you?
The snow did coming off the roof.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and the cab, that was there. The hood was the snow coming off the roof of the house.
That'll come back out.
Oh, yeah. That was
It might come out a
proper
little further, but it'll come out.
then. Yeah. But that's kind of the body I'd like to use.
Yeah?
It needs a lot of work, that cab.
Yeah, they all need a lot of work.
This place turns into a jungle come summer.
Yeah, fills right up, eh? So you have a price on your car that you want out of your car? Do you have a firm price that you want?
No, nothing's firm. Nothing's ever firm.
Nothing's ever firm.
The
You're asking at 15?
I think I dropped it like 13.5, but we'll make an offer, right? Like it's a cool old car. You drive that anywhere, right? Like it's never left me stranded. So
Yeah. Someone could buy that and put their business name on it and write it off.
well, you can drive it.
That
right?
cat's
You just
frisky.
don't see many pre-war cars that original,
And, yeah,
original mohair interior, original wood grain painted dash. And
true.
that's what's cool about it.
It is. It's harder to find than one that's fixed up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Especially if they're drivable.
What's going on, man? We got
That's the friggin'
chestnuts falling.
Oh, is that what it was?
Man, I can remember chucking them at people. When I was in Kingsport, we had a big chestnut tree down by the Butlers, and I'm telling you, we used to have some war with them things.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! You know when it was over? When someone got hit.
Yeah.
That's when it was over.
The yeah, my son stuck that in the ground there years ago. It grew up.
Is that right? How old's your son?
29,
He stuck that in the ground.
probably 25 years ago, or 20 anyways.
That's a good idea. You know that? I think I'm going to plant a tree. I'm going to say I planted that tree.
I'll give you a handful of chestnuts.
Will that do it?
Oh yeah, that's all he did.
That's cool.
They were growing up all over the place. He stuck them in the ground everywhere those years.
That's cool. That's cool too.
Part of the scrap metal collection.
Make a nice exhaust covering.
Yeah, it must have been some type of. It must have been some type of cover for some type of exhaust, maybe on a boat or something, or.
Yeah, it'd be a nice exhaust covering, I think, anyways.
Yeah, there's more flathead stuff I've been trying to save, right? Flathead oil pans.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, the stuff needs to be saved and not thrown away.
I got you. It's hard to put it somewhere, though, isn't it? To save.
Well, eventually I'll get it in the sea container, and then it'll be there if someone needs it, right?
There you go. So there you heard it. Lindsay wants to move on the old car to somebody that wants to take care of it. I guess he's going to put his talent somewhere else. He has enough other ones to put talent in. You want to?
You know, the worst thing about that old car is if I sell it,
Yeah.
I'll never find another one like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty hard to find a car that's got patina.
Yeah.
Instead of you can find a car that's restored.
And you know,
can.
so many of them that might have a decent body, as nice as that, but the interior is rotten, gone. You know, dangling down the ceiling, all the seats rotted out, the mice ate everything, and that thing's like just amazing condition, the interior of it.
That's sort of why we bought the 48 Fleet line. Because
Yeah.
where do you buy something that's not been all fixed up and it's original, you can drive it
Yeah.
and have the feel that you were driving something that's old. You get something like that restored, yeah, you can spend, probably buy something quite nice restored, you can, but to find one like that is harder than to find one restored.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I like about the 62. We drove that down here this morning. It was a bit revvy on the highway, but it ran good.
Yeah,
It went good. I have a great time with that car. I love that car.
Oh, you should let Fina out.
No, I'm afraid
with the
there's a
cats.
couple cats here, and that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good.
They're not scared of dogs.
Yeah, I'd like to trade you one of them Jaguars if you see a need. One of them. It wouldn't matter to me which one.
I'm trying to get rid of cars. Only if you store it for me.
Only if you store it for me.
The see the jack stands on the bench there? That came from an old Ford dealership, the red jack stand.
Yeah. Old rear end housings.
Yeah, they're old banjo rear end housings, and they actually come from a Ford dealership. I got like half a dozen of them. And I mean, before the days of buying a store-bought jack stand, this is what they made the jack stands out of.
There you go.
And they're not about to fall over.
No, they're not. Got a nice end on them. Gene Winfield used them for making stools in his diner.
Oh yeah.
He took them, left them a little bit longer, then he put a platform on top and got them covered in their stools in his diner.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
What's that? For the cat to get in?
Yeah, cat door.
Cat door.
Yeah. One of the cats is a bit feral, so she lives in the garage. And they both can get in there in the wintertime and hang out. Yeah. Kind of cool. I think that's pretty much the tour, Chad.
Well, we wanted to come down and see the car. That's what we come down to see. We didn't realize that you had your bikes out and everything. I never even seen this bike before.
I don't think there's any gas in it, but it will start right up.
You're not selling that, are you?
Yeah.
You're not selling that.
When I'm old and I can't hold one up anymore, I'll be riding this one. Put the sidecar back on.
There you go. Gotcha.
I've got a fiberglass sidecar body for it, original looking one. Actually, Montreal Police bike sidecar body. Montreal Police liked that sidecar body so much when Harley stopped making them, they had Harley make some more and they made them out of fiberglass one because they rotted away in Montreal. They drove these year round in Montreal.
We went and looked at a three-wheeler Harley.
Yeah.
And
a lot of them are meter maid bikes.
That's what it was called, a meter maid. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they made those up to about 72, 73.
What was the one we looked at? Not sure, but the price. I think the price was right.
Yeah, you're not going to go real fast down the road on them or anything, but they're cool, right?
I think they want 8,000 for it.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah, like I thought it was a good price. It's just that I don't know.
Now, some of them, the meter maid ones would have had that great big gigantic trunk on the back.
Yeah.
It had all that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it had it all.
Yeah.
It was right there. There was another bike there too. That was
Was it like a late 60s, early 70s? It was around 72 or 74 was the last year they made.
It was one used in Halifax.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid going down there. You'd see them going around like doing the parking tickets with them, right?
Exactly. That's what they said it was for, Halifax park tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. Keep trying to save the.
I want one of your flatheads.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I want. I like to have one of your flatheads. You got too many, haven't you?
Probably.
Probably. But you can never have too many, can you? Huh? You can never have too many.
Yeah.
And they run, do they not?
Oh, they're all rebuilt.
They're all rebuilt. That's
Rebuilt, freshened up. I mean, not rebuilt in the way that they, $10,000, $20,000 engine's done, but it's done the way the old timers would do it. It's like they're freshened up, right?
I understand.
New rings, new cam bearings, the crank done.
See what I'm thinking.
Do the valves and.
What I'm thinking, if Jolene doesn't go fast enough down the track, we're gonna have to have something to put in that car other than a Flathead Hup 6. So we'll go the first year. We'll do the Hup.
Well,
We'll try
everyone
that.
else is running like 4 cylinders and flathead V8s. Now, some of those guys in those cars that show up down there, I mean, their flatheads are like high dollar flatheads, I would say, and souped up. And
Yeah, we're not going there.
Yeah.
I don't think we are. We're going with the Flathead Hup that was sitting in the door here that runs.
yeah,
Yeah.
that thing's probably torquey as torquey.
I'm hoping that she can go from second gear to third gear.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm hoping. Maybe first gear would be no good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a tractor, wouldn't it?
No, and it's only a 1/8 mile drag. It's not a quarter mile. It's 1/8.
So the fastest they'd be going would 50 to 70 mile an hour.
Yeah, exactly, right?
50 to 70 mile an hour. You can handle that.
I mean,
baby
some of them
with a
be
piece of
even
piss.
like a little 4-cylinder banger, probably 40 miles an hour, right?
We might be able to get one of those.
The
Huh? Get her off the line.
That's what
baby.
Eli's sons were running originally, was a 4-cylinder in their little Model A truck.
Yeah.
And then they switched over to a
Flathead 8.
like a $500 V8 they bought, right?
Well, I've got one. I got one in the car there, but it just seems like so much labor to take it out and to get all the parts and make it run and all that. You know me? You got something sitting right there.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah.
There's a bunch of labor to take that motor out of that car, and I have to buy a few pieces for it, and it will be done after a while.
Which one? The hump?
No, I got a 47 Ford with
Right.
a flathead in it. Did you see that yet?
Yes. Does that seized?
No. No, I think it's a good engine. It's just I'd have to take it out, get buy some stuff for it. I think the distributor cap's gone and get some wires for it.
Oh, yeah,
There'd be
yeah,
some
yeah.
work to it, right? But it is what it is.
Yeah, you can get that stuff. You can even get Rock Auto, that distributor cap and stuff.
Well, maybe that's what I'll have to do. Send for that. Maybe get it pulled out and go from there.
I was trying
Yeah.
to think what I had here. I got a new cap.
Okay.
I don't think I might have a used cap here that's usable.
Well, I've got it up there. I haven't done anything with it really, but it's there. But if you want, the red Jaguar that I have runs. You can start it up. It runs. The green one, downtown John's playing with it. I just got to him to play with, see if we get it going. And he's got it turning over now. And he said that one of the carburetors seems to be seized up a bit, so he has to take the carburetor off and get it unseized.
Yeah.
But it's a dual carburetor, 4-speed or 5-speed.
Yeah. Probably 4-speed from that time. There.
Maybe. I don't know. I just know that when Bernie had, he did most of the work, but he didn't complete most of everything. You know what I mean? It's kind of 3/4 of every which way.
Yeah.
So it's just taking him some time to figure it out, and then we'll go from there, I guess. But
Cool.
But the red one, I think it starts, and I think it would move no problem.
Yeah.
It has a tie rod end off it, and I still want to do something with the suspension on one of them. I think I'd like to take it out and check it out, You know, I mean, I've never really done. I've seen somebody take the front end suspension out. That seems pretty cool,
Yeah.
easy.
They're cradles. They bolt right back in.
Yeah,
Same
I've
with the
seen,
rear end. They're a cradle.
that seems very nice. The only thing I didn't like about it, it seemed like it might be in the wrong place if you're putting a Chev motor in it. The cradle for the front.
Right.
It seems to be back with the oil pan. You know, the Chevy oil pans in the back generally.
Well,
It might be in the way.
there's
but-
different types of oil pans you get for Chevys too, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you would have to modify. You can make it work, no doubt in my mind. It's nice when you can just slide them together and they work.
Yeah. I know they used to use like the Chevy 2 oil pans in a small block Chevy that went into like an early 50s Ford, I think.
Yeah.
And they're actually humped in the middle. They hang down on both ends and humped up in the middle.
Okay.
You know, to fit over the axle.
And I guess maybe it was the rack and pinion was on the back side of the front end, which interfered with the oil pan. Was what I was looking at, or what I seen.
Find a 60s Ford pickup
Yeah.
and take the whole front end, rear end, and put it up into the frame of one of them.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. That'd be a Gas Monkey thing, wouldn't it? No, Gas Monkey used aluminum
There's
Crown Vic.
Yes, and because they're modern,
Yeah.
you can find tons of them, right?
Yeah. You're talking the Jaguar system. Yeah. I would like to do that. It's just that I'm not at that point. And I have two of them, and one's being looked at, and the other one's sitting in the dooryard.
Yeah,
And yeah.
yeah. The neat one with that one you're saying with the carburetors, well, you can work on it, right?
Yeah, the other one's fuel injected, is it not?
Yeah,
Then there's also the Jaguar we got sitting outside,
the white one.
59, that
Yeah.
big one. I'd like to put two Jaguar engines end for end in that. Just hook them at the crank and just change things up a bit. That'd be another project I'd like to do, but I think I'm busy right now with what we got going on.
Yeah,
Or we're busy, are we not? Sweetheart, we're busy. We're busy. We're going to go pick up a Scout today.
International
Another
Scout.
Scout. There's a young feller in Kingston that wants us to come and get it. He wants to give it to us for $150. It's not much of a Scout, mind you, but he's had it for sale. No one will buy it, and I don't know. We'll go check it out and see what happens.
Cool.